This is a porcelain tile. This is quite a large one, so like a 12 by 16, and it is a hard surface. I'm working with overglaze paints. It is a powdered pigment mixed with oils applied to the tile. Then it makes it stick, the paint stick, and then you will have to fire it to make the paint become a permanent part of your tile. And then I will explain my paints and how I work with this in just a few minutes. I wanted to take this time share on my blog this painting since I really enjoy other artists sharing their work and what they've done. I would like to share this painting in progress as we go through it. I will show you the photograph that I'm working from. This is, I started with this area here. This will be moved over when I do start to put that on. But so here is your first fire. I haven't even fired it yet. The paint is still wet. I have taken my creamer as my main object, and I have worked it in the shadows, some warm shadows, green and yellow green. And then on the cooler side, I have used a blue over here. So I've used my warms and cools. The suggestion on the photograph, I see a lot of blue over here, blue, and here. This tends to warm up in this area. I do see some pink, which will be glazed on the next fire. And some yellow greens in here. So I have applied, I've chosen the different sections, and I've applied that color as I see it or choose to see it in here. I went ahead and put my shadows in underneath on my tabletop. I do see a lot of green in here, so I will put some of that in the next fire. A dark background, and I chose a black green with a little bit of blue. I'm trying to see my with a little bit of blue. And on my cherries, I have put they're very dark, they're not very bright. Some of them are almost even really ruby or, you know, dark. So I've chosen to put it's a ruby color, doesn't matter. I've mixed it even with some of my green in areas to mute that ruby down, this black green. And so it really doesn't matter even if they're smooth, because they'll be so dark. But it is important to do your wipeouts, which are the little highlights, and keep the areas that are actually red, are going to be red, really, really light. And this one down here is, I even chose a pink. Let me push that up so you can see it. This one down here, I chose a gold pink. So it's the lightest one. And I kept it very light. I blocked in my vase back here. I won't put any color on the tabletop yet. It is it's very light, and it probably will not even be this dark, but we'll see after it's fired. I've wiped out all the areas that I want to keep light, and this is probably all I'll do for this time. You want to also make sure, and these things apply in any painting medium that you're using, is that you want to make sure that your edges are soft. Some of your edges are soft and fade in to your dark areas. Keep them soft. You can have some hard edges. Here's some shadow areas that's going to have hard edges. I'm going to have a hard edge here and probably a harder edge here, but so it will be even darker there. So pay attention to your edges and make some of them soft and some of them light. So I will fire this, and we'll come back next time and see what it turns out to be like.